All eyes were on number 11 1 year ago as junior Marty LEUNEN led the Redmond Panthers to Oregon's 4A high school basketball championship. Fast forward to March of 2004, and Marty LEUNEN, the player of the year, is at Mac Court, where he'll play his college ball for the Oregon Ducks. Redmond's thinking repeat, but they've got to get past South Salem. The Saxons are led by the little man with a big game, Jeremiah Dominguez. It's a David versus Goliath showdown. Can Redmond be the first team to repeat in Oregon since 1977? We'll find out next. School's out in the high desert of Central Oregon at Redmond High School. School's out in the Willamette Valley at South Salem High School. It's time to crown a champion tonight at the OSAA US Bank Les Schwab Tires Boys 4A Basketball Championships. The South Salem Saxons versus the defending state champion Redmond Panthers. And here's how they got this far in the brand new 8-team bracket of the championship site. South Salem took the long route with a triple overtime game, but they made it to take on the defending champs. Hi everybody, I am Bob Akamian, along with everyone's favorite big man, Chris Dudley. It's a championship night, no matter what level, high school, college, professional. When there's a trophy waiting at the end of the evening, it's exciting.
Yeah, we got an electric atmosphere here at MacArthur Court. This is the biggest game of these guys' careers, a game that they will remember for the rest of their life. And
exciting for this tournament to be back here for the first time since 1965. Well, South Salem definitely took the hard road to the tournament. They dominated the Valley League, clinching with 2 weeks to go in the regular season, but they had to beat Sunset in triple overtime in the quarterfinals to even make it to the Final Four. They've been hitting very well from the outside, but the straw that stirs this drink is little 5'6", maybe, Jeremiah Dominguez, perhaps the next Earl Boykins.
Yeah, he's a self-proclaimed gym rat. He can penetrate, he can shoot, he does everything for their team, and it's going to be upon him to get his team, keep him under control into this game.
He's an excellent ball distributor, but in the first game against Sunset, when they needed him to score, he took 33 shots and racked up 38 points. Redmond, a decidedly different team defending their state title. 4 of last year's starters on the championship team have graduated, but the most important guy is still here, and that's, of course, senior forward Marty LEUNEN. They dominated the Intermountain Conference and then came through the sub-regional, and here's Marty LEUNEN, 1 year older, 1 year wiser, and yes, a little bit better.
Yeah, he was state player of the year last year, and he's better this year, and everything that Redmond does goes through him. He's the key to their team, obviously, and he does a great job of letting the game come to him.
If anything, they'd like him to shoot the ball a little bit more. We'll find out in just a moment. Starting lineups for Oregon's 4A championship game when we come back to the pit. The 2004 OSAA 4A Boys Basketball State Championship is brought to you by Jiffy Lube. Want your car to work like a well-oiled machine? Take it to the place that works like one. Jiffy Lube, the well-oiled machine. And by Lexus of Portland, who invites you to test drive a Lexus today. They've been lining up all afternoon for this one at MacArthur Court. The 4A Boys Championship back where it belongs. South Salem and Redmond set to go to crown perhaps a new champion, perhaps a repeat. Let's take a look at our starting lineups. Same starters all season long. These teams have pretty tight rotations. Redmond will put a variety of defenders on the little man Dominguez. South Salem will make a similar decision guarding Marty LEUNEN. The big man there, number 44, James Popolo, a football player, not necessarily the skilled basketball player, but does a good job on the boards and can put a pretty good body on Marty LEUNEN. The coaches, both veterans. Rick Habercroft played for the legendary Barney Holland at North Eugene. He's in his 19th year of coaching, the Valley League Coach of the Year. Last time South Salem won a state championship, he was in McMinnville. He was handpicked for the job by the former South Salem coach, Barry Adams, who is here tonight. And Kelly Bookin, a Eugene native, played on a Christian College national championship team at Northwest Christian, and has moved over the mountains and built a little dynasty in 10 years. He's also the athletic director at Redmond High School, and the team is just like him, cool as a cucumber. Let's take a look at tonight's Lexus Keys to the Game, brought to you by Lexus of Portland. Chris Dudley, South Salem would prefer to share the wealth rather than have Jeremiah Dominguez take over the game.
Yeah, they felt that he played a better game last night, even though he had 38 points the night before. He got everybody else involved. They took advantage of that. They shot great from outside from 3 points. In fact, they hit the 8 3-pointers to start the game, jumped out to a big lead, and just played a great game.
And the spelling is correct. No party for Marty. Marty Leunen, spelled with the 2 A's. Duck fans will get used to that. When Marty Leunen is able to dictate, Redmond usually wins. South Salem needs to keep the ball from getting from point A to point B.
Yeah, Coach Havercroft, he really felt that it would be hard to stop Marty, but he really wanted to stop the other players. Marty is so good at just letting the game come to him, and he will get his points, but they really have got to limit the other players.
Of course, the defending state champions have been through this before. They faced a very active Hillsborough team a year ago in the battle for the title. Redmond loves to control the pace of the game. That doesn't mean slow it down, just means a lot of passes on each possession.
They did a great job last night against a tough Jesuit team. Jesuit really came with all-out pressure, and Redmond controlled the tempo for pretty much the whole game.
And certainly clean the glass is important. South Salem is an excellent rebounding team. Redmond must not let South Salem have their way on the boards. Well, South Salem has been in this state tournament many times over the years. This is the original high school in Salem, Oregon, so they've got a lot of history. 30th time South Salem has advanced to at least the sub-tournament. It's their 6th consecutive year here at the tournament, so Rick Havercroft is perfect as a coach. There's their record in postseason, and again, just before Rick got there, 1996, a very good team featuring Husky-bound Phalo Green and, of course, Mike Machine, who played at Oregon. They won the state title in '96. Through the years, Redmond also very successful in the Wild West, the Intermountain Conference. It's their 29th time. They had a long drought before Kelly Bookin took over. He's had him here every year of his tenure, at least to the postseason. 20 and 44 all time. Just 2 trophies, and of course the big one coming last year, that very first state championship. It's interesting because last year Redmond was the #1 team all season long, so they were the favorite. This year, despite being defending state champ with all the rebuilding, they really weren't the favorite until we get to this point of the tournament.
No, it's rare that a defending champion can sneak up on people, but that's what they've done. They've just done a great job. They've taken a tough route to get here, going against some very tough teams. Jesuit last night in a hard-fought game. They just played an excellent game.
The Redmond Panthers being introduced right now. Matt Hilgers, one of the 2 guards, who is going to have pretty tough duty starting Jeremiah Dominguez. Redmond will likely start their bigger guard, 6'5", Matt McGowan, a little man, and there he is. He rose to the floor as a sophomore. He was about 5'2", had braids in his hair, looked like he was 8 years old, but you could always tell it was him because he was always carrying a basketball around.
Yeah, a definite gym rat. Coach Havercroft says he's gotten stronger every year, better every year, and he expects him to do great things tonight.
Marty Leunen, the son of former dairy farmers who've settled in Central Oregon. There's Rick Havercroft, last time in the huddle with South Salem. We talked to both these coaches this morning, and similar character, very quiet. And there's the dairy farmer, or the retired dairy farmer. That is Marty's father, Martin. And he's standing up now. Get used to this. The Leunen family pretty much stands the entire game. Mom, who is just to his left, a former cheerleader, and you'll be able to tell when we show her a little later on.
Well, they can't complain because Marty usually plays all 32 minutes of the game, so he doesn't get the rest either.
Referees for tonight's game, a couple of good ones. Greg Adrian, a Portland motorcycle officer, and Pat McMahon, a longtime Eugene official. This will be Pat's final tournament. 2 good ones blowing the whistles. Ball is up. Redmond, the home team on the scoreboard, is in the white. The Saxons in the visiting red. And here's Redmond on offense for the first time. And you're keeping score at home. Count the passes on offense.
Redmond does a great job of letting the game come to them, not settling for forced jumpers.
There's another Leunen on this team, of course. That's Matt Leunen, number 21. Little brother, who's a very quiet inside post. There's South Salem hounding the ball, and possession stays with Redmond.
And Matt was the key last night for keeping them in the game in the first half. Had 10 first half points and just did a great job.
Matt is a 6'7" junior. There's 2 more Leunen boys coming up. Michael, who's the 6th grader, already getting Marty's height. They're pretty excited about him already.
Yeah, they're excited about him already, like you said.
They grew more than cows on that dairy farm. And there's Matt Leunen. Redmond will work it from all sides. Nike Johnson with the ball. Pretty excitable 6'1" senior. The Saxons will play a lot of zone. There's a good entry. Matt Leunen can't connect, and there's Dominguez coming down with the rebound.
It's a important for him he can be very excitable. It's important to him to stay under control and get everybody involved.
The South Salem fans have some very creative cheers, and with the diminutive Dominguez running the court, they'll be chanting, "Watch your ankles."
Yeah, he broke a couple ankles last night.
And the bigger guard, McGowan, picks him up right away, 6'5" senior, all league for Redmond. Pretty conservative on this pressure. Dominguez goes right by it.
Yeah, again, he can do that all night. He's got to be, oh, there we go.
Almost takes it away from Nike Johnson. And as frequently happens, Marty Leunen calms things down, holds the ball high up top.
Both teams playing through some nerves here. They need to settle down, get that first basket to get going.
McGowan, Johnson, and Matt Leunen going high-low to the brother, draws 3 red shirts, and draws the foul.
Took his time and got the foul. Big key for South Salem tonight will be how Alex Vike plays. And he needs to do a good job inside. He played a great game last night with 11 rebounds. And they need to keep him on the floor.
Rowell committed the foul from behind. Any number of the red shirts could have been called. And Leunen, who is an excellent free throw shooter at 72%, goes to the line. He needs to be. He's fouled so much. He almost broke the tournament record last night, attempting 20 free throws against Jesuit in the semifinals. The record is 21.
He did a great job, even with all those fouls, keeping his composure. And again, not letting that Jesuit team ever make a big run on him.
So Redmond scores first. Dominguez, the follow away is short. Dominguez, still a little tight, forcing it early on offensively. He tries to find his brother, but
yeah, both teams look a little bit tight right now. Just need to settle down a little bit and get into the flow.
Now you're playing on one of the most famous arenas in America. Your fans are sitting less than 20 feet away, and it's for the state championship. But Matt Leunen says, "I'm up for that." 10 in the first half last night. He's on the board.
Yeah, he's taking over from last night.
So it's the Leunen brothers 4, South Salem nothing. Steve Taylor, hot and cold 3-point shooter. Really helps bail Dominguez out from the perimeter. He was hot last night in the semis.
They came out on fire last night from 3 points.
Pops from the free throw line. South Salem needs to shoot well early in the game. So far, they're cold. Nike Johnson, he loves this stroke. Back rimming off. He's named Nike for the original purpose, the name of the Greek goddess of victory. Dominguez, 3. That is not a good sign for the Saxons.
Jeremiah and the Saxons are just pushing it, a little tentative. They're not relaxed yet, and they really just need to get that first basket.
And there are the numbers early. South yet to make a field goal. Redmond has been at least getting the penetration they want. Redmond is a very patient team.
South Salem sinking back into that 2-3 zone right now.
As much as Rick Havercroft likes to play man, I think they're more comfortable playing zone.
Yeah, that's what he's, and especially when they have matchup problems, which everybody does when you have a player against Marty Leunen. Great block.
Nothing doing for Hildreth, but a reload for Redmond. Matt Leunen, no. Marty fouled on the rebound. Let's go back to that rejection. Hildreth, the smaller of the 2 guards for Redmond, took a chance trying to shoot in the paint. And look at Taylor coming over, just the 6-footer. Good defensive guard.
6-footer, but he timed that up perfectly. Nothing worse than getting your shot blocked by a 6-footer.
Matt McGowan. Nike Johnson, nice entry. There's Marty in a crowd, and he'll go to the line again. And the story of this game may very well be the free throw shooting contest. Marty Leunen against the Saxons.
Yeah, Marty was on the line all night last night. He did a great job inside, just taking his time and drawing the fouls.
Double-double in both games in the tournament. He has almost averaged a double-double this season. He's missed a double-double in only 1 or 2 games, and those are games that he came out of early because Redmond was so far ahead. Second free throw doesn't fall, but it's 5-0, and South Salem still not on the board halfway through the first quarter. It's Oregon's 4A boys basketball championship. Here's Veit. He misses the 3. Veit, a very active big. They'll let him shoot from the outside. Came up big in the semis. Great natural athlete.
A lot of potential. Veit had, like you said, had a great game last night. The coaches are very high on his future.
Dominguez all the way to the rack. There's the follow-up with the football player. Pablo, the big tight end, finishes the job.
That was the basket they needed.
So with all that offense, it's the football player gets him on the board.
You never know.
5-2. So the pace of the game and the scoring of the game definitely favors Redmond early.
Same shot for Nike, and he hits it this time.
He likes that. Nike Johnson only averaged 7 points during the regular season, but double figures here in the playoffs. Jeremiah quickly to the other end, and he'll get to the line.
Jeremiah does a great job of penetrating, and he's got to keep doing that. Even if he doesn't take the shot himself, last night he was able to get open threes for a lot of his teammates.
Take a look at Johnson from the other end. He tries to do a lot underneath the basket where he's not quite musco enough, but has a nice three-point stroke.
Yeah, he does.
And here's Dominguez, 80% free throw shooter, misses the first. Jeremiah, as quick as he is, probably doesn't get as many foul calls as he should. Comparing the first and second half of the league season in the Valley League, he shot, I think, 50-plus free throws the first half and only 19 the second half against the same teams.
He might have gotten tired of getting knocked down, too.
Timeout on the floor. Redmond takes the early lead, but Jeremiah Dominguez is warming up. So far, it's the brothers LEUNEN getting the job done for Redmond. They lead it by 5. Are you listening? Oh, our story early is obviously South's a little shaky, but they're being a little more aggressive. You want to slip a bite in here? Do the bite about, what did you pull from Bookin? I never saw him. Have him talk about Marty, since Marty's a story. Okay. So I'll introduce the interview clip with him, and we can talk about Marty after that. So.
Okay.
Fans, don't forget to purchase a
No other business, right? Just straight to the bite.
Championship game. Visit the OSAA website at www.osaa.org. Tapes are $20 and that includes shipping. Visit www.osaa.org and order your souvenir video today.
The defending state champion Redmond Panthers with an 8-3 lead over South Salem. Late going first quarter at MacArthur Court, the boys 4A basketball championships. Well, Kelly Bookin enjoys coaching Marty LEUNEN very much. The state player of the year keeps getting better and better at every aspect of his game as he matures.
Marty's, you know, the glue that makes everything stick for us. I mean, he's obviously, we asked him to do everything. Play inside, play outside, and do the intangibles with leadership as well. So he's obviously been a big factor for our success.
No kidding, and you know, last year Hillsborough threw everything but the kitchen sink at him in that championship game, and it was LEUNEN in the end, completely unflappable. And that's what drew the attention of recruiters from all around the country. Oregon State, UCLA, Gonzaga were the other suitors, but it was Ernie Kent and the Oregon Ducks who snagged number 11.
Big key for South Salem here may be Steve Taylor. They really need to get him going. He had a great game last night, had 15 points, and that's nice for them that he's hits his first shot.
Yeah, in the quarters he was just 1 out of 7, 2 points, but came back with 15, and they need balance. And there's another Redmond turnover. South Salem doing a good job forcing the issue. And that's exactly how South wants the game to go. They plan on taking the ball away from you. Redmond very effective at not turning the ball. Veit posting up again. Comes Dominguez into the paint. Taylor thinking about the baseline. Now Saxon's showing a little patience on offense.
Yeah, they're trying to get a good shot here.
Oh, there's block number 1 for Marty LEUNEN. David versus Goliath. Didn't go like in the Bible that time.
No, it did. Goliath won that one.
McGowan at the other end. Nice glide. But a heartbreak. Doesn't go down. Saxons will run. You'll notice Dominguez does not fast break in the dribble. They'd much prefer to throw the quick outlet. Saxon's pretty good at running the lanes. Little fancy footwork for Chris Rowell, the senior wing. And a foul. Well, that block was so sweet, but you have to take a look at it again. You know, Dominguez is never afraid to drive into the land of the Giants, but sometimes be careful what you wish for.
Yeah, he shows no fear, but should have had a little fear there.
And that was too easy for LEUNEN to get him from behind. Non-shooting foul and a rare turnover by Dominguez.
And a rare one by Marty also.
Yeah. Post 2 in their specialty roles there. LEUNEN throwing the outlet, it gets picked. Final minute of the first quarter. Low scoring final. They often are when you get to the pressure cooker of the championship game. Dominguez just can't find the range. Ooh. Trying to take a charge against LEUNEN. Now we knew we'd see this. They put the little man on the big. Frequently LEUNEN brings the ball down against pressure. Now there's JD.
Marty did a great job last night of bringing it up against the pressure of Jesuit. Here's JD trying to steal it from him. And again, he handles pressure.
Now that's some good scouting by South Salem. Jesuit used a variety of size players guarding LEUNEN in the semifinal. They started with their biggest man, Zach Tarver, but they ended up with little Sergio Jones being just as effective, again, biting at the ankles.
It's going to be much tougher for him to bring it up against someone quicker like Dominguez.
Dominguez out of the game briefly. They're going to rest him here at the end of the quarter and take advantage of the longer timeout between periods. Just like NBA coaches.
Exactly, and they're a little worried about the fatigue, this being their 4th game in 4 nights.
Marvin Mason in the game, good defender, along with Brett Peterson. 9 seconds left. Redmond, nowhere to go. They've got their backup guard in, R.C. Huerta. He's going to drive, kicks.
Nice shot.
Matt Ellsworth, no.
Good defense.
Both teams had just put reserves in, and that was the first time all those guys had just touched the ball. Jason Klontz, Matt Ellsworth for Redmond. Not quite ready for it. So it's Redmond leading early. The Panthers by 3 at the end of 1 quarter. Hey. Okay, let's get the game started now. Now they're all, they've been all nervous. Now they'll play. This is the tournament, right? No, let's do the tournament thing. Does this have the sorry sign? Okay.
Marty missed a free throw.
Yes. He missed the first.
Missed the first.
No, he made them both. Okay. He missed it. Jeremiah missed it. Okay. Hey, John, when did the tournament move here? John, when did the tournament come here from Salem? 40, 47? 47.
Back into the game for Redmond, number 24, Nike Johnson. Number 10, Matt Hilgers. And number 2.
Welcome back to McCourt. Of course, McCourt was the home of this tournament from 1947 through 1965. And a lot of big-time games were played here. It used to be spring break in the state of Oregon, so everybody went to Eugene to watch the tournament. Tremendous crowds, watched some legends play their basketball here at McCourt. But at the end of the 1965 tournament, politics moved the tourney to Memorial Coliseum, and the sorry sign went out at McCourt. Well, Eugene, it was worth waiting for. 38 years later, the tournament's back. Attendance up this year, and we got a great final. South Salem trying to catch Redmond right now.
This has been a great atmosphere for the tournament. Crowds have been tremendous, and I think the players have really fed off of it.
Average attendance per session, the best in over 5 years. And it hasn't hurt, of course, having a spread of teams from around the state. South Salem, South Eugene from right here in town, South Metro. Saxons keep taking the ball away. They'd like to convert some of these. Popolo in trouble. Don't want him handling the ball necessarily. Gives it up.
Gave it to him a little too far out on the break.
And they'll get Dominguez right back in the game. So Jeremiah got about a 3-minute rest in real time there. That's about all he needs. Remember, he played 41 minutes in the triple overtime game with Sunset in the quarterfinals. Anyway, he's the kind of kid during the regular season, practice will get done and he'll go to the hoop in Salem.
Yeah, Coach
play pickup games.
Exactly. Coach Haverkoff talked about that early in the season they thought he was playing too much, that he was getting tired, and they finally had to tell him to back it off and rest his legs a little bit, and they feel he's getting stronger because of that.
Rejection for Alex Veit. He had 4 in the semifinals. So the Saxons' defense creating opportunities, but they're still ice cold from the field. This Rao. Hang in the air, not a bad shot of LEUNEN, just uncontested. He does 2 things on the boards. He's in position and he just goes straight up. Another turnover.
Another turnover.
Dominguez almost broke his own ankle.
There we go.
And Brett Peterson off the bench. He's been a pretty good finisher in this tournament. He's been in the game at the end of the game, both the quarters and the semis.
And he shot real well last night as well. They really need that outside shooting from Peterson, Taylor, and Rao for Salem to have a chance.
We're tied at 8. 2 minutes into the second quarter. Good quick entry to LEUNEN.
Jump off.
And Veit inspired a bit defensively. Let's take you back to the other end for South Salem. Dominguez, I think, fooled even himself. And Peterson finds the stroke. Brett Peterson was the starter at the wing spot, lost the job to Rowell, but has been very effective now coming off the bench.
Coach Haverkoff was saying Peterson got a little down on himself after losing the starting job. Came in and talked with Coach Haverkoff, and since then has made a conscious decision just to have fun, and has just done a great job since then.
McGowan, Nike Johnson, ooh, way short. Oh, that familiar song in every high school gym in America.
Air ball and air Nike.
Dominguez will walk it back down. Boy, the door is wide open for the Saxons right now. South showing a lot of patience again on offense. Good battle down low, Popolo against McGowan.
Redmond's packing back in that zone.
Trying to use Veit to set a pick. He was posting up high, now he slides low, and they bring Popolo.
They're trying to get some movement. They need Jeremiah to penetrate and dish.
Here's Popolo again against
Nice
McGowan.
move.
Nice help deep, and Popolo scores.
Good patience, good move.
Popolo, a quick 4 early. This is the football player from neighboring Sprague High School who found out he wasn't going to play much basketball, and because he was a transfer from out of the district already, he could pick any school he wanted in Salem. Walked across the street, so to speak, to South. Saxons, their first lead.
Into Matt
LEUNEN. He'll go to the line. Now, there's always a LEUNEN there somewhere. Matt, again, the 6'7" junior. Very athletic. Maybe a better football player. We're going to go back to the other end, though. And here's the basket by the Saxons.
Takes patience, goes in between 2 men, and gets the easy basket.
James Popolo.
Matt LEUNEN's done a good job getting to the line this tourney. He's 10 for 13 for the tournament.
And for the season, he was only a 55% free throw shooter, so he's hitting them when it counts.
He's a clutch shooter.
Gonna like that.
Yeah.
9-10. But with the low score of this game, this is starting to look like one of those every possession counts matchups.
Absolutely.
Both these teams pretty deliberate right now. That always is by design. Peterson now.
Here's Peterson.
Can't get the second one.
Good battle.
Who wants it more? The Panthers that time.
Redmond's going to come down, take their time. Oh, good hustle.
It'll still be Redmond possession when we come back. 3:43 to play in the first half, and it is nip and tuck. South Salem 10, Redmond 10. Don't need to have a constant comment. You know, you're kind of watching the game and thinking out loud, you know, as far as a guy touching the ball.
What's that?
You're kind of talking to yourself as you watch guys, you know, just mentioning a name. You don't need to do that. That's fine. Sometimes you can just, like I won't talk about everybody that touches the ball because that's a little difference with the radio. You don't have to say Peterson, blah, blah, blah. So
just don't say as much?
Yeah, just a little less on the, when the action's going on. You know, if you have a specific thought, go ahead and jump in. But don't worry about just who's touching, you know. And it's okay to exclaim and say, hey, that's good. I mean, that's natural, you know. We got good crowd noise and everything, so that carries a lot of it, yeah. Because, you know, sometimes I'll just...
if you were kind of going, you know, wanting me to go.
10-10, South Salem, Redmond at the boys 4A basketball championship. Before the Bigs is a documentary look into the lives of Northwest sports figures with stories that have never been shared. And this week, Mariners' Dan Wilson, Edgar Martinez, Paul Molitor, and Shiggy Hashigawa will be featured weeknights at 6:30 on Fox Sports Net. These guys are before the Bigs. This little would like to be a Big. Jeremiah Dominguez has been offered a scholarship by the University of Portland. Gonzaga has asked him to walk on. He hasn't quite committed all the way yet. He wouldn't mind playing in the Pac-10. Pac-10 coaches are watching this weekend.
Well, I would say he's helped himself so far.
South Salem with a golden opportunity right now. Redmond has not been perfect. There's another turnover. Dominguez behind the back to Peterson. Good entry again. They're getting the ball low. Nice double. One block, and the follow-up scores. LEUNEN gets his second block, but Popolo has his third hoop.
Popolo has done a great job for him inside so far tonight.
10-2 run for the Saxons. And Redmond really running out of offense early on. LEUNEN does not have a basket, just 2 free throws. McGowan deep in the outside. Cut and pass, Nike goes low. Matt LEUNEN, Marty, power rebound. And that's a rare out of control rebound for LEUNEN. He might have gotten bumped a bit from behind. Go back to the steal. Another turnover forced by the defense. Look how quick Dominguez is with the hands.
Then here comes Popolo. Just taking his time. Gets first one beat back, but then takes his time and puts it in.
Good pressure on the inbound pass. Knocked back out of bounds. Well, we got a lot of defense being played right now by both teams.
Defense wins championships.
I've heard that.
It's coming from a defensive player.
McGowan. Matt Hilger's back in. Hilger's one of 2 top baseball players for Redmond, which will be a contender in that sport come spring. Johnson, bad pass there. Saxon started the other way. JD on the run against Johnson. Leaves it for White and connects. That is as deep as you can take it for the little man.
Did a great job bringing the man all the way to him. And then White did a great job running with him.
Biggest lead for the Saxons. This game, a 4-point lead's a big deal. Good entry to Marty. And a 2-inch stop. LEUNEN gets it back, 14-12.
Here comes the dunk with authority. Does a great job.
And a delay of game warning issued to the Panthers. Marty LEUNEN said, "Are you kidding? I don't do that." Dad said he wouldn't do that.
Yeah, Dad wasn't happy with that call.
Dad's now explaining it to the rest of the family. They're all standing, the entire LEUNEN family, and friends standing on the back row above the bench. Right, nice follow.
Right really is a key for the Salem team. He needs to play big, and that's what he's doing right now.
White and Popolo each with 2 baskets here in the second quarter. Redmond patient with the starters in the game. Nike at number 3. Swoosh.
Made up for that air ball. Looked real good on that one.
He's got 2. Nice floater by Maya. Nice follow pipe, but it doesn't fall. Maya gets it right back. No help, never mind. He'll go to the line.
He's exciting to watch. It's a lot of fun to watch him. Here he goes, using the quick hands, comes in, takes his time, sees the opening, and just uses his quickness. Sets him up.
Matt McGowan will not want a copy of that photo later on.
No, got his ankles broken.
And here's Dominguez for the second time at the line. He connects. 17-15. Rowell back in the game for the Saxons. Popolo sits down. Now a timeout taken by Redmond. Kelly Bookin looking to finish properly with 57 seconds left in the second quarter. Trailing now 17-15. Donovan McNabb was driven by doubt throughout his life, but just as he reached the top, controversy rocked his world and tested his resolve. He would once again overcome adversity and prove the critics wrong. Beyond the Glory, Donovan McNabb, Sunday at 8 on Fox Sports Net. Bob Akamian, Chris Dudley, Matt Court in Eugene. You can tell the strain of 3 straight days. Marty LEUNEN looking a little tuckered out already here in the second quarter. Not very tuckered here, though.
No, he just powered that one through, and he did hit the ball, so that was a good call for the delay of game.
And you wonder just what role he's going to play here at the University of Oregon. He has all the trademarks of Luke Jackson. That's the easy comparison because of the size, but Jackson much more aggressive, attacking the hoop. LEUNEN gives you a lot more mid-range, seeing everybody on the court as a passer.
Yeah, he needs to put on some weight, get a little stronger, and he'll get his outside game a little bit more developed, and he'll be a very good collegiate player.
Second free throw does not go, so it's a 2-point game, and Redmond can tie or retake the lead here in the final 46 seconds. They'll try for the lead, and they get it with Matt McGowan. Good three-point shooter, 35% on the season.
Matt McGowan was one of the players Coach Havercroft mentioned that he was worried about. Very good fundamental player. Senior
class president in the high desert. 18-17 with 25 seconds left. And the Saxons will spread the floor. Now this is not a delay either.
No, they want to get that last shot and go into halftime with the lead.
They will look for an opening. Well, I say it's not a delay, and here's Maya holding the ball. Fight post high. Peterson hesitates.
Too much.
No. It doesn't get any tighter than this. Halftime at MacArthur Court. South Salem rallies in the second quarter to take the lead briefly, but the defending state champions take it back. Halftime in Oregon's 4A championship game. Redmond 18, South Salem 17. With the headsets right after. So we'll just do a little, if you had to pick one thing to talk about.
Probably South Jeremiah's to the steals, I guess.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the South Salem cheerleaders.
court. It's the Oregon 4A Boys Basketball Championship. Redmond, South Salem. We've got more. Talk to me. A little more. There you go. Yeah, we're going to talk about, you know, the venues. Yep. Venues, and then are we going to talk about football? Was that what?
We can do that about. No, that's finalized in May.
Quick game so far.
It's a fast game. Welcome back to MacArthur Court, halftime of Oregon's 4A Boys Basketball Championship. Well, as always this time of year, we like to visit with Tom Welter. He is the Executive Director of the Oregon School Activities Association. And this year, you choose to make a lot of changes, particularly with this tournament in basketball. 8 teams in the final sites, and the boys 4A moves from Portland back to Eugene. A lot of change, but it looks like it's been very good so far.
We've been very pleased with the results so far. We've been told by our member schools that all the schools that hosted games in their home gyms had great atmospheres, great crowds, kind of revitalized and enthused the local community to support their team. And I think it's carried over into the final site tournaments at the end of the tournament.
And it seems that all of Oregon State championships now heading to the college campuses. Both Oregon State and Oregon very aggressive pursuing these events. They're great hosts, and by next year, the University of Oregon, you could have all 4 of your football championships at Autzen Stadium on the same weekend.
We're very, very fortunate that both the University of Oregon and Oregon State University have kind of opened their doors and welcomed us to their campuses, and it's no better tribute that high school activities would play their championship sites at college venues. As you indicated, we have a committee that is looking at our football championships. A recommendation will go to our executive board in May. If that is approved, then we would host all 4 football finals at Autzen Stadium, probably have a doubleheader on Friday night, followed by a doubleheader on Saturday afternoon.
That sounds like fun stuff. You know, 38 years ago, they put out, "We're sorry, we're leaving" on the marquee here, and I think Eugene has opened its arms and welcomed this tournament back big time.
You know, we're very, very fortunate that not only is the Eugene-Springfield area large enough to accommodate the crowds in terms of hotels and motels and restaurants, but they're small enough to embrace us. When we're playing an event here, whether it's football, basketball, or track and field, we're the biggest event going on in this community this weekend, and so it's the buzz of the community, and it feels great to be back at Mac Court in Eugene.
Well, great to see you as always, and of course Tom Welter now gets to do what he loves best, handing out the blue trophy following the game. More to come at Oregon's 4A Basketball Championships, South Salem and Redmond. The 2004 OSAA 4A Boys Basketball State Championship is brought to you by Lexus of Portland, who invites you to test drive a Lexus today. Our score at MacArthur Court: Redmond 18, South Salem 17. Bob Acamian, Chris Dudley with you. Let's take a look at some of the first half highlights. The defending state champions going to work, and it's not all Marty Leunen. Nike Johnson loves the three.
Nike Johnson was the leading scorer in the first half with 2 threes.
Then Marty Leunen gets to work the block at one end and the stuff at the other.
Did a great job there sealing his man.
For South Salem, Jeremiah Dominguez didn't do much offensively, but he got his teammates involved, including the tight end, Jim Popolo. And then Maya takes it deep for Vite.
Vite did a good job running the court, great job running the court there. And there's Jeremiah's quick hands and ability to create.
And of course, we knew turnovers would be a big number in the game. Let's take a look at the first half stats. Redmond doing what they wanted to do on the boards, but look at the points off turnovers. South Salem has not shot the ball terribly well, but they've created a lot of opportunities for themselves.
Uncharacteristic of Redmond. Did a great job last night of handling the pressure from Jesuit, but they are not doing as good a job tonight against South Salem.
Here's the top individuals in this game. Nobody scored more than 6 points. And look who the leader is for South Salem. Popolo, whose season average is just 8 per game. And I'll tell you, a good sign for the Saxons is that both Popolo and Vite got up the schneid there in the second quarter. That suggests that South has got the balance they want.
Yeah, and if they had been told that JD would go 0 for 7 in the first half and they'd still be within 1, I think they'd be pretty happy.
And the LEUNEN brothers combining for just 9 points, but that's half of Redmond's output, so by percentage, that's still pretty good.
Still about right.
So here we go with the second half of action. 16 minutes from the blue trophy. Saxons, the visitors, in the red, inbound to start the second half. And critical rest for both teams in the locker room. Dominguez did not look nearly as bushed as Marty Leunen did going into the half. 3-point try fails early for the Saxons.
It's tough for Marty Leunen because a lot of times he's called upon to bring the ball up, and that wears a big man out. 6'9", going up, bringing the ball up against pressure.
There's Nike Johnson forcing it inside, and another turnover. He's got nice quicks, but he tends to get too far underneath the glass.
Still getting used to playing the game. The more he plays the game, more accustomed he'll learn what to do and when not to force it.
And of course, this is the biggest floor that the Panthers were playing all year. The exception being, for most of these teams, the Les Schwab Invitational at the Childs Center. Played, of course, on a college floor in December. It's sort of the high school equivalent of the Alaska Shootout in this state. Get all the good teams together, but it's so early. Football season just ended. You don't always get a real good gauge of how you're going to perform. In fact, Redmond played very poorly at this year's Les Schwab. There's the big man down low again. It's Popolo. He's got 8.
Popolo doing a great job taking his time down there, and he's really been carrying them down below.
Saxons retake the lead. Hildred. McGowan has a moment, but Maya gets on him. Through the key to Leunen. Leunen hangs on, will get to the line.
Leunen showed great hands there, just coming up with that pass in traffic. Did a great job and got to the line.
Leunen goes to the free throw line now for the 3rd time. Good vision by McGowan. And Marty Leunen, he's used to having 2-3 guys hanging off him all year.
Yeah, you can tell he's accustomed to that.
They play some pretty good rugged physical basketball in the Intermountain Conference, so some nights it's just the 2 big guys bumping him around, but they get into games where Marty will have 3 or 4 guys collapse on him every time he steps in the paint.
He's seen the box in 1, triangle in 2, 2-3 guys draped all around him, so he's definitely used to it.
Both of these teams very good in the 3rd quarter of tournament games so far.
Twice showing that athleticism, but probably should not have shot that one.
You see him, he's so effortlessly jumping, just that little hop got him about a foot off the ground. Saxons miss an opportunity there. Here come the Panthers. Matt Leunen. Now Hildreth. No. Another rebound for Popolo. South Salem lost the battle of the boards in the first half, but Popolo did okay. That was his 5th.
Jeremiah still looking for that first field goal of the game.
0 for 8 for Dominguez. Now he's done other things. 2 boards, 3 assists, 3 steals. And hey, it's a 1-point game.
They're only down by 1. Trying to stretch that zone out. Taking their time. Looking for a good shot.
And you'll see this from the Panthers. They'll wait out the defense. Johnson entry. There's McGowan. Double team. Someone's open. Oh, he'll take it. Off the mark. This game just ready to break some way.
Nice pass.
Popolo.
Great pass, great finish.
Wow, seeing red. Popolo. 2 more. He's got 10. And Dominguez fearless stepping in there. That commits the foul. Now it's only Dominguez's first foul, which is a good thing for South Salem.
Does a great job bringing 1, 2, 3, 4 guys to him, dropping it off to Popolo. He does a great job finishing.
And you know, normally a ball handler who's that quick, you worry about passes that tight deep underneath, but you can see the familiarity with the teammates, and they really trust Jeremiah to deliver the ball in the right spot.
Coach Havercroft is saying that a lot of these, pretty much the whole team has been together since 5th grade, so they've had plenty of time to get accustomed to each other.
Little doodad on the floor, alertly spotted by our official, Pat McMahon. Kelly Bookin, that's your typical Kelly Bookin expression during the game. That's the happy expression and the nervous expression.
And his team plays like it. His team stays under control as well.
I was asking him if they had celebration plans, which is always bad for a coach. And last year, they just stayed up all night in the hotel in Portland, had some pizza, and enjoyed being with each other and their families, and that's the plan tonight.
That's a good plan.
Midway point of the 3rd quarter. Leunen has to retrieve. On the outside, quiet man, Jason Klotz. Big 6'6" junior comes in the game to play defense more often than not. An answer at the other end. For South Salem, Steve Taylor, also quiet. That'll warm him up. 3:42 to play in the 3rd quarter. The offense has been delivered. South Salem 24, Redmond 22. Can you get me, I need the box score from that 4 overtime game. If somebody has it here.
Fans, don't forget you can purchase a VHS copy of the Fox broadcast of this championship game. You can do that by
How did Taylor score on that last shot? Was it jumper or layup?
Jay.
Visit www.osaa.org. Order your souvenir video today.
We're at the pit, MacArthur Court in Eugene, Oregon. The OSAA 4A Boys State Basketball Championship. South Salem with a narrow 2-point lead over Redmond. Midway point of the 3rd quarter. I'm Bob Akamian. He's Chris Dudley, and we're having fun watching this basketball game. This is one of those that could break either way at any moment.
Nip and tuck the whole way. It's been a great game so far.
And here's Redmond really grinding this game down to a halt. They really frustrate their opponents, and they're able to hold their possessions this long. against Jesuit in the semifinals. The Crusaders play that relentless pressure defense. They forced Jesuit in committing a lot of fouls and eventually fouled all 3 of the Tarver brothers out of the game.
South Salem has done a great job of forcing the turnovers. Redmond turned over the ball 8 times in the first half, and that was really the key to the first half.
Turnover numbers, look at that. South Salem feasting off the turns. That's been their best source of offensive opportunities. Dominguez gonna back it out himself. And again, beware when he spreads the floor because he's just creating more room for himself.
He's got a mismatch here.
Matt Leunen gets some help. Rowell was not supposed to touch that ball. They were looking for Taylor for a 3, but they'll get the foul anyway.
Coach Boykin had said that he wanted to put taller defenders against Dominguez because he felt Dominguez could get by anybody on his team. He might as well have someone taller that he's going to have to shoot over. 2
fouls on Matt Leunen. Non-shooter, the team fouls only 2-2 right now. Taylor hangs in the paint. No, Leunen battered on the rebound and the foul on Popolo. Leunen only gets that call about 50% of the time. The curse of the big man. It's ironic, Leunen and Dominguez, as much as they get to the free throw line, both their coaches think we should have more opportunities because other teams attack them so readily.
Coaches always do think that.
Marty Leunen underneath. Another rejection by Veit. That's 2. Veit making like Teo Ratliff. 4 last night, 2 tonight. Dominguez runs into a white shirt, but it'll still be a Saxon ball.
Nice pass, nice play.
Nobody covered Taylor on the inbounds pass. And South Salem edges out to the 4-point margin. 3rd quarter trickling away. And for Redmond to keep playing this slowly, the further behind they get, the harder it gets for them to rally.
They're not a team that's used to playing from behind.
McGowan, no.
Over the back.
And Leunen not happy with himself. Redmond going to go for a little energy off the bench with R.C. Huerta, the 5'8" senior. Both these teams pretty much going with a 7-player rotation. Dominguez again against a bigger man. Can't hit the 3. Boy, he's done everything else but put it in the hole. McGowan struggles to the hoop. Almost gets his own rebound, but the Saxons come up with it.
Now Redmond's really struggling to score.
Saxons have the court spread. Follow-up fight.
Nice foul by Veit.
6-point lead. And this game seems like 12. Final minute of the 3rd quarter.
South Salem's energy's really picked up here.
Well, David's starting to look pretty good.
Yep.
But Goliath ain't done yet. And Dominguez forces the stoppage at least, knocking the ball out. Saxons 7 straight. And Redmond, a team used to scoring points, they average 62 a game. They're stuck on 22 right now. Huerta. Dominguez forced that to be altered, but the follow-up connects. Jason Plantz helping off the bench. 50% shooter, gets all of his stuff from in close.
They're going to go for the last shot here.
It'll be Dominguez. Gowan stays on him. Going to force him to dribble a little bit at 17 seconds.
Don't want to get too close.
Maya starts to cross him over. Hands off to Taylor.
Look for that shot now.
There it is.
There
2 seconds to go. Oh. Jeremiah Dominguez is still over from the field, but the rest of his game has given South Salem the lead with 8 minutes to go. Can the Panthers pull the repeat, or will the Saxons take home the crown? Stay tuned.
Okay.
The fourth quarter set to begin between South Salem and Redmond for Oregon's 4A basketball championship. Earlier today, a little bit of history in the fourth place game as Oregon City and South Medford tied the tournament record, playing 4 overtimes. Nobody wanted to give up, but finally the South Medford senior Craig Johnson finished the job. 74-69, South Medford wins. South Salem's put on the big run here, late third quarter, and they keep on going to start the fourth off the turnover. And Jeremiah Dominguez will go to the line, attempting the three-point play. He just picked up his first basket of the game, and how does he do it? Off a turnover.
Off a turnover with those quick hands, and that will get him to relax a little bit offensively. Got that first bucket.
Dominguez breaks his shooting drought. But more importantly, South Salem is up 7. And now some help comes off the bench as a fresh Brett Peterson comes back in. Dominguez stays in. Leunen shares the ball with Hildress, bringing it down.
South Salem is controlling the tempo of this game right now. Redmond really needs a bucket here.
Turn around Leunen, he'll get to the line. Redmond has been outshot in this game because South Salem has had so many field goal attempts off the turnovers.
The key to this game really has been the turnovers. South Salem has done a great job of getting those points off turnovers, and that was something Jesuit was not able to do last night against this Redmond team.
Leunen misses. Highly unusual. Leunen's second miss of the game. Wow. And I do believe that is fatigue as much as anything else right now. Turn around for Veit.
Right,
got it in. Second night in a row, Alex Veit is feeling it.
He's really stepped up his game here in the tournament, especially against this bigger Redmond team.
The Saxons front line is combined for 18 of the 33 points. And it's a 9-point lead. Leunen. Oh, it's a jump, and Veit gets in there again.
I think one ref has a foul and the other one jump off.
Foul wins. There was Popolo and Veit. Well, Popolo from behind, and they do give it to Popolo. That's his fourth.
Dad would have been real upset if they hadn't called that one. Mom's having a hard time watching it.
That's good.
Number 32, first foul, back in for the Saxons. 30 points for Popolo.
There is Mama Leunen, Margie Leunen, former cheerleader. She's been on her feet most of the game. A little worried right now. With 7-point margin with 7 minutes to go.
Worried with good reason. South Salem is doing a great job here, controlling the tempo of this game.
And there's the bus driver right there. Jeremiah Dominguez around and off. Well, he cannot get a break, but he gets his own rebound.
Quick hands, quick hands. And he got fouled.
Dominguez gets a lot of offensive boards because he does just jump in.
Jumps in, just takes advantage of his quickness.
Second foul on Nike Johnson.
It's our last drive and those quick hands to get quick jump to get that ball back.
5 team fouls apiece. And Veit again, he's got 10. So both Veit and Popolo over their season averages. Leunen in a crowd. And one, nope, didn't fall. Just more free throws. Leunen hasn't had any luck either underneath.
No, nothing's dropping for him right now.
A lot of pressure on the two water carriers for these two clubs. Jeremiah Dominguez and Marty Leunen have struggled with the simple task of putting the ball in the basket. The Special Olympics Winter Games just took place in Wenatchee, Washington, with over 1,500 athletes participating in a variety of sports, including figure and speed skating, basketball, and skiing. Be sure to tune in Thursday at 7 to Fox Sports Net, a proud partner of Special Olympics.
Marty looks a little tired right now.
The free throws are not falling. McGowan will pressure Dominguez. Dominguez backs him up, finds Taylor.
South Salem really has their confidence going right now. They really feel this game is theirs and they can win it.
Taylor outside left.
Nice pass.
Nice volley. Peterson, Veit. You bet.
Really felt like Veit would be a key to this game, and he has really stepped up. Done a great job inside.
Biggest lead again, 11 points for the Saxons. Johnson tries it low. Veit denies, he'll be called for the foul. And Johnson was really in the trick bag there. He was fortunate.
Here it is inside to Veit. Does a great job getting it up there quickly.
Nike Johnson, only a 50% free throw shooter. That means he'll make the next one. And there is some consternation.
He called Redmond bench. Got it.
10-point game. Only 5.5 minutes remaining. Dominguez will not be denied and scores on the drive. Jeremiah Dominguez, one of the more stubborn young men you will ever see. He'll keep on knocking at the door until you let him in. Johnson trying to do it by himself. He'll get back to the line.
Dominguez did a good job of taking what they gave him there. Was able to get all the way to the bucket.
It is third, 8-team foul. Nike Johnson shooting 2.
Johnson again, 1 of 2 last time. Makes the first. Hey, it's time now for the drive of the game, brought to you by Acura. It just happened. It's so good, we're going to give it to Jeremiah Dominguez. That's his first interior basket of the game, too. 39-29 after the Johnson free throws. And the Saxons will now spread the floor.
Time is on their side. They don't need to rush anything.
And Dominguez is allowed to make his own decisions on the floor. Rick Havercroft says most of the time he does the right thing. Sometimes you question him, but very seldom does he force the issue.
Like you said, Coach said that this is his team. He dictates what the team does, and they feed off of his energy. And he's done a great job tonight, even though his shot hasn't been there, of getting everybody involved and really putting that defensive pressure on.
Dominguez is the son of a corrections officer. Had an older brother, Ricky Dominguez, who's an outstanding player at North Salem. Ended up in the community college ranks here in Eugene at Lane. Playing against Ricky, who's a bigger athlete, really helped sharpen Jeremiah's game. About 3-4 years apart age-wise. So he had a big brother to beat up on him when he was younger.
That always helps.
Nice delivery and the glide to the hoop by Chris Rowell, the quiet man. Senior didn't even start on the junior varsity as a junior. He's come on very nicely in his senior year. And it's a 12-point margin.
There's LEUNEN.
And one at last for LEUNEN. He's been waiting for one of those to fall.
South Salem foul, number 50, Alex White. That's his fourth. 19th foul. Marty LEUNEN shooting one.
Nice delivery by Hildreth.
Did a good job holding White off, and then was able to finish.
LEUNEN will finish the job. Back to a 9-point margin. Halfway point of the fourth quarter. Redmond has not lost since a very tough weekend at the Les Schwab Invitational back in December. They lost 3 straight to Lake Oswego, Georgetown of Maryland, and West Albany. Since then, 20 straight until tonight.
This has really put Redmond in a tough situation where they're trying to pressure Dominguez outside, and he's just too quick for them.
South Salem is now in the bonus. That was the 17th foul on the Panthers. First free throw, good for Dominguez.
Dominguez came in leading the tournament in points, assists, and steals.
And with that, he gives South Salem a 10-point lead. 3 minutes, 48 seconds from a championship. It's South Salem by 11. Wow. So I almost think it's over right now.
Yeah. They have who can shoot threes for him?
They're going to put number 3 in. He's not bad. He doesn't shoot a lot of them. Hildreth is 40. McGowan's 35.
Marty's 33.
Yeah, Nike 44. And see, now Nike starts driving when they
They need him shooting.
I just think he sounds like they never say anything really superlative, so I think he's just kind of a freelancer.
Right.
(43-32). South Salem leading Redmond. Fox Sports Net across America is a new weekly show revealing sports' most dramatic stories. This week, Colorado football player Jeremy Bloom takes on the NCAA, plus a Gonzaga player whose toughest battle comes off the court. It's FSN across America, Sunday at 9 o'clock. Some of the numbers there, how this game is unraveled by quarters. Low scoring early. It's been all South Salem in the second half. The Saxons close to their second championship since 1996. Then it was the legendary coach, Barry Adams. He's here tonight, watching his successor.
South Salem playing great D here.
Johnson inside. Now there's a three-point shooter. You'd think you'd want him casting off about now.
South Salem would not let him get an open 3 outside.
Back to a 9-point margin, 3 minutes to go. Marty LEUNEN has only taken 2 shots in this game. It's 2 for 2. He had also attempted 13 free throws. And you see Redmond now start to press the ball. They got to do it. Johnson and Peterson. Well, they're not going to get on Jeremiah as much.
That's a tough man to pressure right there.
And Redmond has their quick on him, R.C. Huerta. 2.5 to go. 5-second call. That's what Huerta does.
Great job there.
When he comes in the game, it's all defensive energy. Now, when they take Hildreth out, they lose a 3-point shooter.
Well, he made up for it right there.
Kick by Rowell. 2-on-2. Takes it all the way. Oh, offensive foul.
Big play. Made a bad pass cross court, but then got back and took the charge and foul.
And you're thinking that this basket might be the final nail in the coffin. So Rowell rushing it a little bit.
Coaches love that. He sacrificed his body and took that charge.
Johnson at his range. Huerta, Nike for three. Over the rim again. Matt Leunen will give him a second chance. McGowan trapped, taken away again by Dominguez. Dominguez puts a man in the air at midcourt.
Showing those quick hands again.
There's the foul, and now Redmond will begin fouling early on the offense. And let's see if the Saxons can put it away at the free throw line. South Salem, a 70% team from the stripe.
Taylor, 76.
Steve Taylor, the senior, came off the bench a year ago. Was a pleasant surprise as a defensive stopper this year. Team captain. Less than 2 minutes to go. Saxons by 11. Looking for their 27th win of the season. More importantly, the state championship trophy. The zone is unflappable. McGowan makes it pay with a three. And Redmond will take the timeout with 1:35 to go. They get it down to an 8-point margin. And now this game really turns into a chess match on every possession.
It's going to be a lot of free throw shooting for South Salem. If they knock them down, they're going to win. Just don't want to turn the ball over.
You're in the Redmond huddle right now with Coach Kelly Bookin. You got to be smart. You got to share the ball with your teammates, and above all, you must pass the ball well from wherever you are on the floor.
And he does a great job of that. He's a great fundamental player, does everything well, and he will fit in well here.
A lot of Duck fans who didn't have any attachment to any of these high schools have turned out all this week at this tournament, and for a large part to see this guy play because he is part of the future here at the U of O.
And he's had a great tournament. I think fatigue has caught up a little bit with Redmond tonight. But they have had a great tournament to get here.
Coming up, following the conclusion of our game, we'll take you north of the border for the exciting conclusion of the Washington Boys 4A Championship. In progress as we speak. We'll take you there for the final moments of that game as soon as we wrap it up in Oregon. Nike Johnson commits the foul. Again, keeps the clock. A lot of Duck fans who didn't have any attachment to any of these high schools have turned out all this week at this tournament, and for a large part to see this guy play because he is part of the future here at the U of O.
And he's had a great tournament. I think fatigue has caught up a little bit with Redmond tonight, but they have had a great tournament to get here.
Coming up, following the conclusion of our game, we'll take you north of the border for the exciting conclusion of the Washington Boys 4A Championship. In progress as we speak. We'll take you there for the final moments of that game as soon as we wrap it up in Oregon. Nike Johnson commits the foul. Again, keeps the clock stopped, but now Redmond needs South Salem to miss some free throws.
They've got an even better shooter on the line now, Brett Peterson, who's an 86% from the line.
Now again, the legacy for Peterson in postseason and in this tournament will be he wasn't a starter. He'd lost his starting job, but Rick Havercroft trusts him enough. He finishes all three of these games.
And you can see why.
Nicely done. 10-point game. So a 4-possession game with 1:25 to go. Leunen's going to drive. Fall away free throw. That's nice. Gets two back and another timeout taken by Redmond or not.
Correction, no timeout called.
Somebody blew a whistle and Kelly Bookin says keep playing, press them.
Well, he got the ball stopped so they can set up their defense. Doesn't need the timeout now.
So we'll see Redmond's full court pressure in action. They'll foul right away. They don't want to foul Taylor. They really don't want to foul Dominguez, but Johnson will have to grab him here in a second. And McGowan reaches in. So Dominguez goes back to the line.
Dominguez is 81% from the line. And is accustomed to being there at the end of the game.
5 for 7 in this game from the stripe. (48-39).
South Salem's doing what they have to do, taking care of the ball and hitting their free throws.
Second free throw. Good again. It's going to be a happy drive. Back up Interstate 5, about an hour from backcourt to the south side of Salem. But the Saxons can hang on. Leunen hits it again. He's warming up late, but it might be too late. There's the foul with 52 seconds left. The margin still 8 points.
Redmond just can't get that missed free throw or that steal. So they're going to quickly run out of time here if neither one of those happen.
Dominguez again. Automatic. Hey, it's time for our play of the game, brought to you by Jiffy Lube, the two-hand stuffer for Marty Leunen. That looks like Luke Jackson a little bit.
It does. It's a lot like Luke Jackson there.
Second free throw good. 51 seconds, 10-point margin. Here the Panthers prepare to cast off. And how tough is high school basketball in the state of Oregon? No one has repeated as the 4A champion at the 4A level, the highest level, since 1976 and 77. The hard-nosed North Eugene teams. Danny Ainge and his brother Doug, coached by Barney Holland, one of the toughest coaches in the history of this state. Leunen again, but it's still an 8-point margin.
I really thought Redmond with the Leunen brothers would have a chance to match the Ainge brothers. But I really think that the fatigue kind of caught up with them. They had such a hard game last night against a very good Jesuit team. And I just feel like they were just didn't have enough energy tonight.
The 2004 OSAA 4A Boys Basketball State Championship has been brought to you by Jiffy Lube. Want your car to work like a well-oiled machine? Take it to the place that works like one. Jiffy Lube, the well-oiled machine. And by Lexus of Portland, inviting you to test drive a Lexus today. It's been a great weekend of basketball here at Mac Court. The atmosphere of this legendary building, dating back to the late 20s, University of Oregon students taxed themselves to build this building from scratch. They started with just the lower level, added the decks over the years, and so much great basketball played here in the high school ranks. All the Oregon Duck teams, Steve Belko in the early 60s, Dick Carter's Kamikaze Kids, Don Munson's teams. They had an auto show in here where a car fell through the floor to the locker rooms below. They had an NCAA record high jump set in here by Les Steers. And now, great high school basketball back after 38 years.
This is the perfect arena for a high school championship. He's just too quick to trap out there.
That's his fifth.
Coach Havercroft has to be real.
Dominguez to the line, and Huerta has fouled out. They brought him into the game to hassle the little man, and he did his job, but Huerta, the senior, fouls out of his final game, the state championship. We'll see a lot of him on the baseball diamond again this spring.
Havercroft has to be thrilled. Had a couple early season losses, turned the team over to Dominguez, and just he's led the way the whole time for the rest of the season.
Second free throw for Dominguez. That's good. 30 seconds left. Saxons are ready to celebrate. Pass too far. Saxon ball. Kelly Bookin's done a fine job in 10 years at Redmond. He will not get the repeat. Redmond keeps doing it by the book. They will foul, and they'll send Dominguez to the line again.
Redmond foul number 10, Matt Hilgers. That's his first.
You know, it's great to make it to the state championship game, but only one team gets to go home happy. The other team just gets to go home.
Well, they've got nothing to hang their heads about. They played a great tourney here and just ran into an energized South Salem team that has just done a tremendous job. Both teams should be real proud of their tournaments here.
Reminder, we'll take you to the Tacoma Dome momentarily for the exciting conclusion of the Washington 4A Boys Championship. 20 seconds. Three-point try, and Dominguez with a rejection.
5'6" with the block. Great way to finish off a great game.
How does he do it? He loves this game. And look from behind.
Perfect timing. Got it right there. Crowd's loving it. His teammates are loving it. Everybody's juiced up here.
You know what they say at South Salem? My, oh, Maya. Jeremiah Dominguez has had 3 distinctly different games in this tournament. He did all the scoring in the triple overtime win over Sunset. Shared the wealth in the semifinals.
This is a great moment for South Salem. They're bringing the starters out, bringing guys off the bench. Everybody's celebrating.
Rick Habercroft clears the bench with the exception of Dominguez. And now Kelly Buchan-Veloso sees the opportunity to put his underclassmen in the game. And Marty Leunen comes off to a standing ovation, really from the entire crowd. Both sets of fans saluting the efforts of Marty Leunen and Jeremiah Dominguez. There's the Leunen family. Mom will probably get to sit in that chair again, but she'll be wearing the green and gold of Oregon next time. And the familiar chant of "It's all over." Yes, indeed. 5 seconds to go. And all South Salem has to do is inbound at once. And now Jeremiah Dominguez will be taken out of the game. 3 straight trips to state for the youngster, who started playing a significant role as just a sophomore. There's the inbound pass. Saxons win. With a 27-2 record, South Salem is your 2004 Oregon Boys 4A champions. They back up the state championship they won in 1996. That'll do it from MacArthur Court. For Chris Dudley and our entire crew, this is Bob Akamian, thanking you for joining us. Coming up, the Washington 4A championship game, but we'll have more first when we come back to Eugene.
Oregonian players in the game are Marty Leunen, and Alex White of South Salem High School. On behalf of the Oregon School Activities Association, we thank Bill Moose and the University of Oregon Athletic Department staff. We also thank all the volunteers, Eugene Active 2030 Club, U of O ROTC cadets, and area high school.
Got about 2 minutes to kill.
And the game officials for their outstanding effort, help, and cooperation during this year's state championships. OSAA and title sponsors U.S. Bank and Les Schwab Tires are proud to present these trophies. Presenting trophies will be Tom Welter, Executive Director of the OSAA, Ray Crawford, President of the OSAA Executive Board, Superintendent, Klamath Falls City Schools.
Nothing.
Bob Hyatt of US Bank, and Steve Smith of West 12 Tires. Our first presentation this evening will be the annual Sportsmanship Award. This coveted award is for the school that displayed the best overall sportsmanship during this year's state championship. Team members, coaches, fans, and cheerleaders were evaluated for this award. Will a representative from Redmond High School please come forward?
Well, there it is, the blue trophy. And it will take the ride, again, an hour up Interstate 5 to South Salem. Thanks in a large part to the effort of this guy, Jeremiah Dominguez. Rick Havercroft has his first state championship in 19 years as a head coach in Oregon. At a small school in Molalla, moved to McMinnville, and then on to South Salem. Here's the all-tournament team, and you can guess who made it. Marty Leunen, Jeremiah Dominguez, unanimous choices, along with Josh Tarver of Jesuit, Craig Johnson, the big man for South Medford, South Eugene sharpshooter Matt Bramo. But Leunen and Dominguez really stirred the stick throughout the weekend here, Chris Dudley.
They really did. They both took their teams to the final. Both did great jobs. Leunen was the leader in scoring and rebounding coming in. Dominguez, leaders in points, assists, and steals. And now they're the state champions, and will have that for the rest of their life.
And you see Kevin Love, the outstanding freshman from Lake Oswego, his first taste of the state tournament. He makes the all-tournament team, even though LO went out in 2 games. And there's Jeremiah Dominguez and his numbers. You know, you had 2 well-coached teams here, Chris, and inevitably in a game like this, it's who can impose their will upon the other team.
And South Salem was able to do that by root of the turnovers. Using their quickness, they were able to create points off the turnovers, and that was really the key to the game tonight.
15 turnovers for us. Marty Leunen, good numbers in the end. You know he's frustrated. He wanted to go out with another win and the back-to-back state championship. But the trophy goes to this young man. He'll take home the gold medal, and look at that smile. Jeremiah Dominguez takes South Salem to their 2nd state championship since 1996. Final score, South Salem 54, Redmond 43. For Chris Dudley, I'm Bob Akamian. So long from Matt Court. You've been watching the OSAA US Bank Les Schwab Tires 4A Basketball Championship. Stay tuned. The Washington 4A Boys title game is coming up next. Yeah, let's just make it as simple as possible. That's fine. That's getting close. They're handing out the medals here, so there'll be trophy. Then we need to get Dominguez. As soon as they get the trophy, somebody needs to grab Dominguez. Do we want to do just him? Do we want to do him and the coach, or? But 2 separate interviews, right? Where's Dana? So as soon as the trophies are done, we need little number 12 and we need their coach. These guys were really smart. You know, it's hard to do it 2 nights in a row sometimes.
They got last night.
Thank you for attending.
Let's go!
Whenever you're ready, Tim. Well, this was quite the challenge facing the defending state champions. They'd been here, they knew the pressure. You really had to bring the pressure to them tonight.
Yeah, we came out first half, we played them tough. In the second half, we knew we had to pick it up. Every senior on our team knew we had to do something to win this game.
I know you love to play the game. You go and play games after practice, but after 41 minutes in that triple overtime game, playing again last night almost every minute, how much juice did you have left tonight?
When the crowd's like this, I have so much juice that I can play all game.
And you didn't have the shot falling early on, but you did everything else, and that's kind of your game, is to get your teammates involved any way you can.
Yeah, when my shot's not falling, I try to find everybody else and get everybody else involved so we can win this game.
3 years for you here at South Salem. You get to go out with the gold medal, you get to go out with the trophy, and you get that little piece of twine there too.
It's a great feeling knowing that we came in this game, knowing we're going to win, and we did it. And I love playing for South.
You knew you were going to win the game.
We had a good chance, and I knew that if we played to our potential, we could.
Well, this was quite the challenge facing the defending state champions. They'd been here, they knew the pressure. You really had to bring the pressure to them tonight.
Yeah, we.
Well, this was quite the challenge facing the defending state champions. They'd been here, they knew the pressure. You really had to bring the pressure to them tonight.
Yeah, we came out first half, we played them tough. The second half, we knew we had to pick it up. Every senior on our team knew we had to do something to win this.
So they'll just be showing net cutting down and trophy and everything. So.
And what are you going to ask me? Or
I'll just have you follow up on, both teams really came and executed their game plans.
Right.
What was the difference for South Salem? Okay. And this is cold, right, Tim? We don't introduce or anything. I got it. So I can say it's trophy time, blah, blah. It's sort of a look live. It's sort of a look live, isn't it? Yeah, okay. I'm ready. Let's do it.
He's the man.
Oregon's Player of the Year, Marty LEUNEN, a year ago, has to settle for second place in his senior shot at Oregon's 4A basketball tournament as Redmond comes up second place to the South Salem Saxons. The trophy's handed out and the nets come down at Mac Court for the red and blue of South Salem. There's the bracket that'll hang on the wall in the South Salem Gymnasium beginning on Monday, and the gold medal for Jeremiah Dominguez. South Salem and Redmond both executed their game plan well in this game, Chris Dudley, but really when it came to the triumph of will, South had just a little bit of an edge.
they did. They struggled shooting early in the game, but they were able to stay in the game, and eventually their defensive pressure won out. They forced so many turnovers, so many points off those turnovers, and they just had the heart of a champion tonight.
And there's the little man getting his piece of twine, Jeremiah Dominguez, 16 points, 7 assists, and 5 steals. Well, this was quite the challenge facing the defending state champions. They'd been here, they knew the pressure. You really had to bring the pressure to them tonight.
Yeah, we came out first half, we played them tough. The second half, we knew we had to pick it up. Every senior on our team knew we had to do something to win this game.
I know you love to play the game. You go and play games after practice, but after 41 minutes in that triple overtime game, playing again last night almost every minute, how much juice did you have left tonight?
When the crowd's like this, I have so much juice that I can play all game.
And you didn't have the shot falling early on, but you did everything else, and that's kind of your game, is to get your teammates involved any way you can.
Yeah, when my shot's not falling, I try to find everybody else and get everybody else involved so we can win this game.
3 years for you here at South Salem. You get to go out with the gold medal, you get to go out with the trophy, and you get that little piece of twine there too.
It's a great feeling knowing that we came in this game, knowing we're going to win, and we did it. And I love playing for South.
You knew you were going to win the game.
We had a good chance, and I knew that if we played to our potential, we could.
Coach Rick Havercroft gets his own piece of twine. You know, he followed a coaching legend, Barry Adams. It's always hard to be the next guy, but he also gets South Salem to a championship game in his own way.
He did, and he will have his team in the record books forever. They did a great job, and they are a great champion for the state of Oregon.
The Saxons were David. The defending champs were Goliath, and just like in the Bible, David pulls it out at the end. Let's take you back now to our studios. One more. This will be more of a highlight deal.
Am I going to be on or you?
We'll both be on.
Okay.
I think we want to see Dominguez and Leunen, and we'd probably look at the bigs for South Salem too, 50 and 44. That's fine, yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, I think we want to see Dominguez, but we want to see the two bigs for South Salem, 50 and 44. One or the other or both. So we have two packages of South Salem, okay. So we're really just going to talk about how South Salem won the game. We'll get a couple highlights of Dominguez you can talk to, and then 50 and 44. And I'll reset you for them each time. I'll give you the names. Because I know you're thinking, what's this person? So how does South Salem upset the defending state champions to win Oregon's 4A basketball championship? We know all about the little guy, Jeremiah Dominguez, but it was really when the South Salem bigs got going, Alex Veit and Jim Popolo, that South Salem had the balance they really wanted.
Yeah, they both played a great game, both scored inside, rebounded, blocked shots, and just did a great job negating the effect of the LEUNEN brothers.
And South Salem was able to do that 2 nights in a row. Sometimes it's hard to play the perfect game in the semifinals like South Salem did. They had the bigs involved. To do it again on the second straight night when you're tired, very impressive.
Last night it was more the perimeter three shooting. Tonight it was the bigs inside that just stepped up and took the pressure off Dominguez.
And the debate goes on. Where do they play the best basketball in the state of Oregon? Is it the city of Portland? Is it over the mountain? Well, for tonight, it's in the valley.
Tonight it's South Salem.
So South Salem is the state champion, and once again, we have no repeat.